Good morning, everyone. It is 9 a.m. on July the 27th, 2026. Atascosa County Commissioners Court will come to order in a regular meeting. We want to thank everybody for being here today. We have several items on the agenda. So first, we'll start off with a prayer and a pledge of allegiance. Commissioner Bowen, please.
Your Honor, I was told on Saturday that Bosque County Commissioner, Ronnie Lloyd passed away. Ronnie was a friend of ours, and we all knew him. And I'd like to take a moment of silent prayer for his family this morning. Let us pray. Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for the many things you bestow upon us. And Father, we ask you to be with this court today. We thank you for the much needed rain that we've received and continue to bless us with that. And Father, we just ask you to look after this county, guide and protect it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so the next item we have on the agenda is public comments. And first public comment will be from Jacqueline Corris from 2585 Bruce Road. Ms. Corris? It is 9:02. You have 5 minutes, ma'am.
Morning.
Good morning.
Are you listening? Atascosa County residents have held meetings, signed petitions, reached out to you, stating we do not want data or best centers in our county, only to be dismissed. We, the residents of Atascosa County, voted you in the chairs you're sitting in right now. We are here again today to ask you to listen, act, and do your due diligence to protect our county and those who live here. Was due diligence done on the best center in Poteet? Governor Abbott put a ban on Chinese AI technology. The company CATL is on the list, as well as 17 others prohibited art hardware equipment manufacturers, especially batteries from CATL, because they directly interact with ERCOT. This is a potential security threat to our electric grid. Do you know which company provided these cells to HEN on the Poteet Best Center currently operating? I do, and a letter has been sent to the Attorney General, PUCT, and ERCOT. You're in state violation. Why must the residents of Atascosa County do the job you're paid to do? On December 12, 2022, it was documented. The same company, HEN, was working with the city of Pleasanton. They sent plans not to scale, did not pay proper fees for plan review. They kept sending the wrong plans, which were reviewed 3 times, issued out to county, and also in a foreign language, and they don't want to comply with our requirements. Why was this company even allowed to do work in our county? All of what I'm saying can be verified. Have you looked at the environmental damage these data centers and best centers cause? We have spoken to you regarding this. And one of your responses is to have a guest speaker who is for data centers who actually said, and I quote, "I think those who are against data centers are jealous," and then suggested ways to dumb our concerns down. How many times must we hear there's nothing the county can do, when there is plenty you can do? We, the residents of Atascosa County, did not elect you to put our future, the future of generations to come, at risk for a dollar sign. What are you doing to protect what the residents of Atascosa County want?
Thank you, Ms. Corris. Next, we have Oscar Corris, 2585 Bruce Road in Poteet. Good morning, Mr. Corris.
Morning, Judge.
It's 9:05 a.m., sir.
Commissioners. On June 30th, 2026, I met with my Commissioner Mark Gillespie regarding a pilot program to protect Atascosa County against the sudden interest and bills of BES and data centers. This was emailed to County Attorney Molly Grosbeck Solis. I did not receive any acknowledgement or receipt or responses. On July 7th, 2026, I spoke with the county attorney after the town hall, asking if she had an opportunity to assess the pilot program that Commissioner Gillespie had emailed her. Her response was she had no recollection of the email, but she would look into it. On July 14th, 2026, met with County Judge, Commissioner Gillespie, Fire Marshal Ronald Sanchez, Emergency Management Coordinator Mike Panza, County Attorney Molly Grosbeck Solis, and Judge Coots, Chief of Staff Cheyenne Ivletska, about other items. I brought up my pilot program during that meeting again to the county attorney. She stated again that she had no recollection of the email. Commissioner Gillespie resent it to her there and then, and she received it. She reviewed it quickly and said she would have her staff get back to me. I have heard nothing back. In 3 days, it will be a month of no action. I have a revised pilot program that I would like to give to the judge, the commission, each commissioner, and the county attorney to be recorded in this public meeting in hopes of receiving a more timely response. And here are the pilot programs to be handed out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Curtis, if you'd pass those out, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I think Molly gets one. Okay, it is, next we have Miss Vicki Eckert from 2026 Eichmann Road in Poteet. Ms. Eckert?
Good morning, Judge and
Good morning.
Commissioners.
It's 9:07 a.m.
My name is Vicki Eckert, and I'm a resident of Atascosa County. I am standing before you today alongside my neighbors because our rural way of life is facing quiet, rapid invasion. Right now, commercial developers are scouting our land for massive data centers and industrial battery energy storage systems, or BESS centers, like the one in Poteet. We all know Texas counties don't have municipal zoning powers. We cannot simply draw the line in a map and tell these tech corporations no. But that does not mean that we are powerless. It means we have to be smarter, faster, tougher for their legal teams. These facilities are not traditional businesses. They are highly automated, unmanned industrial warehouses. They create almost zero permanent local jobs once built, yet they demand an immense amount of our local resources. A data center pulls millions of gallons of water from our local supplies just to keep the computers cool. A BESS facility packs thousands of highly volatile lithium battery cells into tight containers. If one of those cells fails, it can trigger a thermal runaway event. That means chemical fires that can burn for days at thousands of degrees, venting toxic gases like hydrogen fluoride into our air. Our local volunteer fire departments are filled with brave, dedicated neighbors, but they are not equipped, trained, or funded to fight an industrial chemical fire of this magnitude without draining our county's emergency resources. We are not asking you to break the law. We are asking you to enforce it to its absolute limits to protect us. You have been handed a proposed critical infrastructure protection framework that gives the court teeth. First, we must demand upfront accountability. Under Texas House Bill 3809, this county has explicit right to mandate heavy decommissioning bonds. We must require developers to post a 125% upfront bond so that when these batteries die, our company or the company goes bankrupt, the taxpayers aren't stuck with a multi-million-dollar toxic cleanup. Second, we must protect our first responders. No project should be approved without giving our fire marshal full transparency, unredacted chemical data sheets, and developer-funded training fees. They must also build their own independent water storage so they don't drain our rural water lines during the crisis. Third, we must end the corporate welfare. We must pass a standing resolution to deny all Chapter 312 and 381 tax abatements to these centers. If they want to build here, they must pay 100% of their property taxes to support our schools, our roads, and our public safety. Judge, Commissioners, Governor Abbott has already directed a state agency to protect residential ratepayers from their massive tech footprints. Now it is up to our local governments to protect the actual ground we live on. Please take this framework, hand it to our county attorney, and let's pass a comprehensive county ordinance before another shovel hits Atascosa County dirt. Let's protect our water, our volunteer firemen, our roads, and our families. Thank you for your time and your service to our county. And I have the paperwork right here for that motion.
Thank you, Ms. Eckert.
Thank you, Ms. Eckert.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Ms. Edelina Knopp, is it Knopp? From 2585 Bruce Road? Yes. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So,
It is 9:11 a.m.
good morning. My name is Adelina Knop, and I am 18 years old. My question for y'all is, what are y'all doing to protect my future and my future generation's future in Atascosa County?
Okay, we're not allowed to respond, it's just public comments.
I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay, next we have Ms. Linda Carter, 949 Horton Lane, Poteet. Good morning, Ms. Carter.
Good morning.
It is
Hi.
9:12 a.m.
I am concerned about the environmental impact of these data centers and the BESS facilities. And I'd like to know if there's been a third-party environmental impact study done. I'm done some research. First off, we're still in a drought. This is for this morning. And we're right in this drought area, right there. So, I mean, everybody talks about water, but we're in a drought. Okay. And then the next thing is about the PFAS, the forever chemicals. And these are known to cause cancer. And they're, the data centers have known PFAS contamination. There's all kinds of studies on that from reliable sources. So how is that going to be addressed and contained? When I was a kid, you know, you hardly ever heard of cancer, but now it's everywhere. Okay, and I'm certain it's because of pollution. The next thing I'm concerned about is the electromagnetic fields, EMFs, and that's the same thing. It causes cancer and DNA damage. So this young lady who just spoke, you know, that would affect her, her children, her grandchildren, okay? So the EMFs are an issue, and also there are ranchers who are having stillborn calves next to data centers from the EMFs as well. So I would like to see a independent third-party environmental impact study done, not the self-reporting that the data centers do, because, you know, I can sit there and have a business and say, hey, I'm okay, I'm not hurting anybody, but there's no checks and balances there. And then also decommissioning requirements so that they would pay ahead of time if those centers are closed down, that money goes into a fund that remains there, a cost calculation by an independent third party, and then estimates on salvage and recycling, and periodic review every 5 years. So that's what where I'm at.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mr. Wayne Grant for 300 Campbell Avenue, Pleasanton. Good morning, Mr. Grant. It is 9:15 a.m.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is merely an introduction. My name is Wayne Grant, like you said. My wife and I started a nonprofit in Bishop, Texas, a community service nonprofit. We helped a lot of people. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2022. I moved out here and started hearing about the data centers. So I rebranded the nonprofit into a knowledge-based nonprofit, not feeding the homeless anymore, not running a soup kitchen or anything like that. So it's just strictly information that's put together, and I just want to read this partial list of a manual that I'm working on now. Knowledge, respect, and participation. A 10-point citizen's guide to building better communities. Number 1, every citizen has a voice. Number 2, knowledge is stronger than rumor. Number 3, questions are more powerful than accusations. 4, respect creates opportunities that confrontation often closes. Number 5, participation is the foundation of self-government. Number 6, documentation is more persuasive than opinion. Number 7, communities grow stronger when citizens are informed before decisions are made. Number 8, the goal is to not stop progress, but to ensure progress serves the public. Number 9, public officials and citizens both have responsibilities to one another. And 10, leave your community better than you found it. So I just want to put those in mind. I am a disabled veteran, so some of the things that these data centers are producing in air and noise are some of my own disabilities. And I'd hate to see some of our elderly citizens affected by this over a long period of time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, next we have Melinda Hines Eustace from 1305 US 281 South Pleasanton. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
9:15 a.m.
Commissioners. I love speaking in public. I'm not the talky one in the family, but I do want to thank Judge Cood and Commissioners, along with the Justice of Peace, Precinct 3, Willie Leal, for helping us find a place to hold food drive. I skipped over that I'm part of Friends of Atascosa County Animal Control. We are a nonprofit. We do supply help to the county facility. I'm also the president of the Atascosa County Animal Control Advisory Board. We don't receive any money from the county for either one of those. I love animals, and we're just willing to do these things to help the community, because a safer community is better for all. And animals are part of that. As you know, we had a recent rabies case in Atascosa County. So animals play an important part of this community. Daisy Cares, which is out of San Antonio, and came down and did a food drive. Not a food drive, a food distribution. And it was a wonderful experience. Sarah Reen, through her connections with counties, surrounding counties, can bring these things to our county to help us. They were wonderful. We served around 200 people. We'll have more information on Friends of Atascosa County, which we're on Facebook. Please go and join and watch. One of the things that I want to say is a huge thank you to Commissioner Gillespie and Commissioner Eustace. They showed up, they helped, they worked the whole time, they slept bags of dog food, they visited with all of these people in need. So I think they learned a little bit that day also. They stuck with us the whole day, helped us get it back to the facility, and if anyone needs food, there is some leftover dog food. And you can contact the Atascosa County Animal Control, and Sarah will help them fill out the paperwork and get that to them. I want to give a shout out to Maximo and Amanda. They are junior high, part of the junior high marching band for Jordanton ISD. They had community hours they needed. They showed up early. They worked all day long. Go marching band. They're tough kids. Please keep in mind that our next project is to hold a low-cost or free rabies vaccine clinic to help cats and dogs. As I said before, we did have the rabies, and we want to address that and help people get that taken care of. Go and join Friends of Atascosa County, and it'll be updated there. We also would like to have more spay and neuter clinics, but that costs more money. We've got to start where we can. Let's see, what else did I want to say to y'all? But I do thank y'all for finding a place for us, working with us, helping us. It didn't cost y'all anything. It didn't cost us anything. And I think we'll be working with City of San Antonio more in the future, which will be good for the county. But thank y'all for your help.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Kenneth A., is it Knox?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Knox is from 2755 Schulich Road, and he's here representing T6 VMAX.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Thank you for your time this morning. I will make this very short and sweet. I'm not here to talk about data centers, but I am here to try and provide you a long-term career pathway for youth in Atascosa County and beyond. The T6 VMAX program is a volunteer training program for youth in grades 9 through 12 to teach them how to fly both commercial and military aircraft using low-cost virtual reality simulators. We partnered with Poteet, Pleasanton, and Jordanton High Schools over the last year and a half, 18 months, starting in January of 25, to teach these kids by pairing them with veteran military and commercial aviators how to fly aircraft in accordance with the style that the Air Force teaches. I'm a retired major, retired instructor pilot for the United States Air Force, and a simulator instructor currently at Randolph Air Force Base as a civilian. What I recognized working at the Air Force Personnel Center for about the last 7 years before I came to the new job was we're in a critical global pilot shortage. What we see is the opportunity to bring 5- and 6-figure jobs to kids pretty much within a year or two after graduating college or graduating a flight training program to the FAA. In a way that is going to build long-term sustainable growth to the kids of our counties. So what I did was we created this program to try to mentor these kids. That's our foremost goal, is to teach them how to get into the aviation career space, right? If they want to go to military flight training, again, we're partnering with military organizations to try to make that happen. We provide a 16-week training course for these kids, and then we compete each of the high schools as a team up at Randolph Air Force Base each March. And they're evaluated by current Air Force instructor pilots who teach other instructor pilots. So we're getting a really objective look at their skills in accordance with military flight training standards. These kids are knocking it out of the park. In 16 weeks in our first year, the kids were evaluated by the instructors at the Air Force to have been participating and performing at about the same level as an Air Force second lieutenant on their first ride in the airplane. Now that is over and above the fact that those lieutenants already have 20 hours of flight training provided to them and about 3.5 months of ground training. We did that in 16 weeks. In our second season, our top performer scored 218 out of 220 total points, and the evaluator, Air Force instructor pilot, said that young lady would have probably passed an Air Force check ride on that sortie. She would have actually competed at the same level as a graduating second lieutenant in the Air Force. It's an amazing program that's got a lot of recognition. To date, we've given out over $53,000 in flight training scholarships to actively fly aircraft. And the beautiful part of this is my team coach from Pleasanton, former Mayor Clint Powell, has started Eagle Aviation at Pleasanton Municipal Airport. They started that program in June. We currently have 22 individuals seeking pilot training there, and 4 of our 8 VMAX champions are actively flying with that organization right now. We have received primary donation support, and by the way, all of this manpower that's going into this is totally voluntary. It costs the Air Force nothing, it costs the schools nothing in terms of the manpower required to get this done. But we have received our primary financial support from the Order of Dedalians, which is the oldest military fraternity of pilots in the United States. The Air and Space Force Association just gave us an additional $4,000 scholarship, which is applied to the kids to cover gas and ground school. They'll get about an additional 5 hours of flight training and about an additional 10 hours of ground school training out of that money. And then just as of Sunday, we were recognized nationally, without us soliciting this input, from the Coalition for Air and Space Education, just basically highlighting that this program has merit. What's been even more interesting is Congressman Henry Cuellar came down and talked with our students in January of this year. What we told him is, we're operating under a construct called the Aviation Professional Athlete Model. All it says is, why is the United States government not picking military pilots the way that the professional sports teams in America look at talent? They groom kids from Pop Warner up to high school, get them scholarships to college, track their performance through college, and gather mountains of data that's objective before they select a person. And no professional sports team would start selecting their starting lineup with a kid who only started playing football or basketball at 22. And yet that's what the United States government is doing. We seek to shift that training.
30 seconds, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sir.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, we seek to shift that training left earlier to try and get these kids into these aviation careers. Our program was recognized in the 2027 National Defense Authorization Act by the federal government, passed by the House, awaiting approval by the Senate, and that will direct the Secretary of the Air Force to assess the capabilities of our program in March of 27. I'm asking for all governmental support to help us show that we can scale this program nationally. I gave you guys a handout. If you have any questions, my contact information is on there. I would be absolutely thrilled to talk with any and all of you. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knox. Okay, is there any other public comments today? Second call, any public comments? And last call for any other public comments. Okay, it is 9:29 a.m. and item number 4 is District Attorney Audrey Lewis, discuss, take appropriate action concerning personnel. New employee David Martin, Assistant District Attorney. The pay rate is $125,000 annually, of which $99,400 is coming from account number 047-400-432, and Senate Bill 22 money $25,600 from 141-400-401. Start date will be August the 3rd and of 26. The physical and drug tests are pending. Good morning, Ms. Lewis.
Good morning.
I got the corrected numbers that she gave me.
I greatly appreciate that. I noticed that because
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
going to have to amend that. So thank you for amending that for me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. This position is to start, like it says, August 3rd, and that salary is already included in the budget.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Y'all have a good day.
Next, we have item number 5, the Public Defender's Office, Stephanie Esparza, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. Existing employee, Carrie Ellison, position be Chief Public Defender, pay rate is $115,000 annually, salary budget area is 012-488-403. Start date would be July 27, 2026, and the physical and drug test, she's current employee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Commissioners. Hi, Carrie Ellison was our senior felony public defender, and she's been promoted to assistant chief.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have existing employee David Cuellar. Position to be Assistant Public Defender. Pay rate to be $88,000 annual salary. Salary budget area 012-488-403. Start date will be July 27, 2026. Physical and drug test is current employee.
Yes, Mr. Cuellar is moving to a misdemeanor court and switching places with Austin Lowe, who is the next person on the agenda.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have existing employee Austin Lowe, position be Assistant Public Defender, pay rate to be $100,000 annual salary. Salary budget area 012-488-403. Start date will be July 27, 2026. Current employee.
Yeah, Mr. Lowe is being promoted from misdemeanor to felony, and he's done a really good job for the office.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. And last, we have existing employee Ryan Andy Carlton, position Assistant Public Defender, pay rate is $78,000 annually. Salary budget area 012-488-403. Start date would be August 10th, 2026. Physical and drug test are pending.
Yes, Mr. Carlton, he was our intern this spring. He's currently taking the bar and will join us as an assistant public defender after he takes the bar.
I'll move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic. Second. Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Next, we have item 6, Justice of Peace Judge Vaughn, discuss, take appropriate action to approve the hotel and conference expense for the Justice of Peace Precinct 2 judge and clerks to attend the 2026 County Technology Conference hosted by Texas Association of Counties. The payment totaling $2,701.03 will be made from the Justice Court Technology Fund 010-400-684. Is Judge Vaughn here? Anybody from his office here? Ms. Brewer?
This is one of the things that are allowed, but Commissioner's Court has to approve spending that money for that purpose.
Okay.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen, seconded by Commissioner Gillespie, and seconded by Commissioner Bowen.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 7, Judge JP4 Rusty Pacifica, discuss, take appropriate action concerning personnel. Existing employee Jalen Oliverdi, position deputy clerk, pay rate to be $23.65 hourly. Salary budget area 012-432-402. Start date would be July 27th, 2026. Current employee. Judge?
Good morning, all. Had an opening in my deputy clerk or chief clerk, and I want to move Jalen Olveri up to that position.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Second. Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. And next, we have existing employee Mercedes Arredondo Garcia, position clerk 2, pay rate to be $21.83 hourly. Salary budget area 012-432-403. Start date would be July 27, 2026. Current employee. Judge?
Again, moving Ms. Garcia up to second clerk. Do we have an opening?
I'll move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Judge. Next, we have the Fire Marshal Ronald Sanchez discuss and consider approval of the resolution adopting the 2024 International Fire Code and the 2024 International Building Code with amendments as presented by the Fire Marshal upon review and approval of the County Attorney.
Good morning, Judge,
Good morning,
Commissioners.
Chief. How are you?
Before I start, I have a representative from the third-party inspection company that we use present today in case there's any questions on the building code side. So, this is just a proposed adoption of the 2024 International Building Fire Code. We'd like to consider updating the county's adopted building and fire code from 2015 to 2024 to better address modern construction, emerging fire hazards, and continued growth and changes in types of developments within Atascosa County. The fire code updates every 3 years. So in 2027, we're gonna revisit this again, and more than likely, we're gonna adopt to that too. But why should we update? The county currently enforces the 2015 fire code and the 2015 building code. Since then, nearly 10 years of advancements in fire and life safety and building standards have occurred. New technologies now common in Texas were not addressed in the 2015 code, including BESS systems, data centers, lithium-ion battery hazards, electric vehicle charging infrastructures, and modern commercial and industrial construction. The benefits of adopting the 2024 IFC and IBC is improved public safety. It'll increase the protection for residents and businesses. It'll enhance firefighter safety, and there'll be upgrades in emergency response requirements. We, as a county, support responsible growth, stronger guidance for commercial and industrial development. It addresses emerging types of development such as data centers and manufacturing projects, and it aligns with current construction practices. It also protects county investments. It helps decrease the risk of fire-related losses. It encourages safety-based development, and it provides a higher level of direction and consistency for developers and engineers. Key differences between the 2024 IFC and IBC. The key differences is in the 2015, it had limited battery requirements, no guidance at all for data centers, limited lithium-ion battery regulations, and older emergency communications requirements. Also had limited carbon monoxide requirements and traditional fire hazards. The 2024 addresses current fire risks. The 2024 IFC, it addresses comprehensive battery energy storage system standards, modern fire protection guidance, expanded battery storage and charging requirements, updated firefighter radio communication standards, and expanded life safety protection. It addresses today's emerging technologies. So what does this mean for Atascosa County? As Atascosa County grows, the Fire Marshal's Office is encountering increasingly complex development projects, including commercial developments, industrial facilities, warehouses, renewable energy projects, battery energy storage systems, and potential data center developments. The projects that will not be, more likely won't be affected is single-family residential construction. And most retail, office, restaurant, and small commercial projects. Developers right now are already designing to the 2021 and 2024 ICC codes. The 2024 IFC provides clear standards for reviewing these projects while improving firefighter and public safety. Many national developers, insurance, and design firms encourage use of the more recent editions of the IFC and related codes. What does this mean for Atascosa County? The potential benefits for economic development. Adopting the 2024 IFC and IBC can also make Atascosa County more attractive to certain businesses by providing predictable, modern safety standards, helping protect major investments from fire-related losses, potentially improving insurability for facilities, and demonstrating that the county follows current nationally recognized standards. The implementation considerations of adopting the 2024 Fire Code and Building Code will require updates to county regulations, revised permit and inspection forms, public notice to developers and contractors, and tailor local amendments to address Atascosa County specific risks rather than adding unnecessary requirements. The impact on developers: adopting the code does not require replacing or upgrading existing buildings. It primarily applies to new construction additions and significant remodels. Current fee schedule will remain the same. The proposed amendments that we have added to this is we're going to require a pre-incident emergency response plan from them. We're going to require fire department coordination. We're going to improve fire apparatus access, require water supply requirements, increase separation distances, enhanced detection process, utility disconnect requirements, annual inspection requirements, hazardous materials inventory, permit requirements, security requirements, and best and data center specific amendments. Our proposed appendices for this is to require, we will have fire flow requirements for buildings, fire hydrant locations and distribution, fire apparatus access roads, hazard categories, hazard ranking, hazardous materials management plans, and hazardous materials inventory statements, fire protection systems and non-compliant conditions, battery energy storage systems, mission-critical facilities, and rural development fire protection standards. Our recommendation is to adopt the 2024 International Fire Code, adopt the local amendments specific to Atascosa County. We provide a reasonable implementation period. We'll train the fire marshal staff and local fire departments and conduct outreach to engineers, architects, and contractors and developers. Why are we doing this now? The 2024 International Building and Fire Code updated standards are an investment in the quality and safety of development in Atascosa County. Updating gives Atascosa County, through the Fire Marshal's Office, increased regulatory authority to address and safely manage future growth, protect firefighters, and support economic development, and ensure new constructions meet current nationally recognized fire and safety standards. I'll have any questions?
Chief, what is the time frame to adopt this? Do we have to post anything prior to? We just adopted it and it's going into effect immediately? Next question is, what about the current situation that's out there? Will they have to conform to these rules at that point?
We're going to ask them to, yes, sir.
Okay.
Chief, real quick, on the proposed amendments, we have a list that you had read through. And if we pass those today, say tomorrow comes and we think we need to add more or change it somehow or another, with an amendment, it's doable, correct?
The Commissioner's Court and the judge has the authority to amend.
Okay, so just because what we approved today is not what we're stuck with till 2027?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So does the Commissioner's Court have the authority to exceed the 2024 Fire Code?
Not without action, you'd have to bring it back if you.
Right, I understand, but I mean, can we exceed is this a state fire code or is this a United States fire code?
International.
International.
It's the international.
So the question is, can we exceed the international fire code? In other words, can we make more stringent than that?
You are with the local amendments, you're adopting certain things for Atascosa County, but you can only do what's within the statutory authority provided by the fire code or the state requirements. We can't go past that without a statutory provision giving us that authority to do so.
Okay, do we have a motion to adopt the 2024 fire code and building code? Motion made by Commissioner Eustace,
Second it.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? So this will be effective immediately?
It's on there as pending legal review and revision so that we can make sure that we have everything in there that needs to be in there the way it needs to be worded, really. It's not going to be substantive changes. It's as so much as it's formatting and putting it in a resolution and then legal review of some of the amendments, making sure that we are good to go.
Okay, so this is a preliminary review, preliminary, or is this will be effective, do we have effective date?
You can make it effective immediately pending the legal review. So I should be able to finish formatting and get it back to you within 48 hours, a day or two. I just didn't have the time to get all of that done before Commissioner's Court, and I wanted to give that leeway. I have reviewed it all, and it looks fine. I just need to put it in resolution form and get it to y'all, so, yeah.
Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you,
Chief.
Judge. Thank you, Commissioner.
Appreciate everything. Next, item number 9, Sarah Reen with Animal Control, discuss take appropriate action concerning personnel. Mallory Goller, position Assistant Vet Tech, pay rate is $21 hourly, salary budget area is 012-477-404. Start date will be July 27, 2026. Current employee. Good morning, Ms. Reen.
Good morning. Mallory came to us a few months ago. At that time, we only had an open kennel tech position, but she has several years of medical vet tech experience and certification. So when this position opened up, she applied for it, and she would be a good fit.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, we have item number 10, Sheriff Guerra, discuss take appropriate action concerning personnel. Existing employee Clarissa Mendez, position correction officer, pay rate to be moved to tier 1, $25.27 hourly, 86-hour fluctuating, $200 a month uniform allowance, Senate Bill 22 eligible, continue with the 1-year agency probation, salary budget area 012-442-562, start date will be August the 2nd, 2026, current employee. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Ms. Mendez has completed her county probation, so I'm moving her up to tier 1 level.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
You get a few more gray hairs, Sheriff. I wonder why. Yeah. Okay, item number 11, Brittany Van Curren with Rural Development. Ms. Van Curren's out, and today we're going to have Cheyenne Beveleska presenting for her. So, number 11, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approval denial of the right-of-way permit for A2 Plumbing on Fred Harris Drive in Precinct 1. Good morning.
Morning. Yes, so Brittany and the Rural Development Department states that this meets all of their requirements, and they recommend for approval.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 12, Rural Development, discuss take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the right-of-way permit for Spectrum Gulf LLC on Bruce Road in Precinct 1.
Again, this meets all the Rural Development Department requirements, and they recommend approval.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Oh, Pavelic, which one? Eustace. Okay, Eustace, I'm sorry, I didn't hear over there. Is any further discussion? All those in favor?
Your Honor, real quick, there was a question brought to me about what is Spectrum. Ms. Van Kuren's not here today, so I'd asked our county attorney's office, and she said for clarification, it's fiber for internet.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on that? We're going to vote again. All those in favor? That motion carries. Sorry about that, I didn't see you.
No, you're good, thank you.
Item number 13, Rural Development, discuss take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the road board permit for McCoy Water Supply Corporation on Fuller Road in Precinct 1.
Again, this meets all Rural Development Department requirements, and they recommend for approval.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 14, Rural Development, discuss take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the final plat of Mobile Home Alley Estates subdivision on Mobile Home Alley in Precinct 2.
Again, this meets all rural development department requirements, and they move for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 15, Rural Development, discuss to take appropriate action concerning the approval or denial certificate exception for Atascosa Land LLC on Sand Branch Road in Precinct 3.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and they recommend for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries, and I want the record to reflect that I'm abstaining from that motion because my wife is the one who sold the property on that particular piece of property, and I just don't, it's not a conflict, but I don't want it to impair that way. Item number 16, Rural Development, discuss or take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of certificate exception of Christopher and Crystal Starowitz on County Road 307 in Precinct 3.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and the department recommends approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Bowens. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 17, Rural Development, discuss to take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the temporary water line permit for Dos Oilfield Services on County Road 419 in Precinct 4.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and they recommend approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Eustace,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 18, Rural Development, discuss and take appropriate action concerning approval denial of a temporary water line permit for Commodore Midstream Partners 2, LLC on County Road 407 in Precinct 4.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and they recommend approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Eustace,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Ma'am, I want the record to reflect that I'm abstaining from that motion also. One of my companies does work for that company. Item number 19, Rural Development, discuss to take appropriate action concerning approval or denial for 3 commercial driveway permits to Trailblazer Energy on County Road 419 in Precinct 4.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and they recommend approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Eustace,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 20, Rural Development, discuss to take appropriate action to approval denial for 4 roadward permits from Trailblazer Energy on County Road 419 in Precinct 4.
This meets all rural development department requirements, and they recommend approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Eustace,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Thank you. Item number 21, County Clerk Teresa Carrasco, discuss, take appropriate action concerning personnel. New employee Elza R. Castillo, Deputy Clerk. Pay rate to be $42,000 annually. Salary budget area 012-408-402. Start date will be July 27th, 2026, and physical and drug tests are pending. Ms. Carrasco?
Judge, I have 3 that are the same. Do you want to go ahead and approve all 3 or separate?
Let's just do them separate, because I don't want to make a problem.
All right, okay, that's fine. I have openings in my office, and I'm just trying to fill them.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have new employee Kylie Brooke Bosques, position to be Deputy County Clerk. Pay rate to be $42,000 annually. Salary budget area 012-408-402. Start date will be July 27th, 2026. Physical and drug tests are pending. Same thing?
Same thing.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have new employee Samantha Deanne Munoz, position to be Deputy County Clerk. Pay rate to be $42,000 yearly. Salary budget area 012-408-402. Start date will be July 27th, 2026. Physical and drug tests are pending. Same thing?
Same thing.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. And next, we have new employee Tessa Emily Jimenez, position to be part-time deputy county clerk. Pay rate will be $15 hourly. Salary budget area 012-408-403. Start date would be July 27th, 2026. Physical and drug test are pending.
Yes, Tessa was one of our interns last year, and we really liked how she worked, so I do have a part-time position, and I would like to bring her on.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowens. Any further discussion? She was from our internship program,
From our
right?
internship last year, and she did it again this year with the district clerk's office. But we really liked how she worked with us, and she's really interested in the court system.
Great.
So she was really good with us last year.
Man, that shows that program's working maybe. Good deal. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Item number 22, IT Department, Justin Vasquez, and also Brittany Van Curren, Rural Development, discuss, take appropriate action concerning accepting a proposal from GovPilot to start building an electronic permitting platform for the Rural Development Department implementation and onboarding one-time fee to be paid this year of $4,000. Go live and annual maintenance will start January 2027, pending county attorney review and authorizing county judge to sign and execute. Good morning, Mr. Vasquez.
Morning, how are y'all? This program, we evaluated a few different companies just to discover what's out there for online permitting. A lot of the work that's done in Brittany's office is manual and on paper and in triplicate and carbon copies. So we're just trying to modernize the processes there and try to make it more efficient. GovPilot was the one that we felt would partner with us very well as far as the county goes. And we were wanting to start with just the right-of-way permits, road bore, septic, floodplain, and driveway to start, but they also have some other ones that we're going to look into as far as subdivision tracking, health inspection permits, and geophysical survey permits. So there's a few things that are down the road further on the roadmap. And we think that GovPilot could also offer solutions for other departments as well in the future. So I think they could be a long-term partner for our county.
So I know you like IT stuff, but what about the average Joe that doesn't get this? They don't know how to operate it. Is it friendly?
Yes, and they can still come in and do work in the office that they choose.
Okay.
But this process for the new industries that are coming in and like say Frontier, who has 40 permits, they can put them all in online, they can pay them online, and everything will go a lot faster that way.
That's one of the questions I asked Brittany. I said, hey, what if some guy's not IT illiterate? Can they walk in the office and still get it done and it can still be performed?
Okay, good. Thank you. Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Eustace. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're going to pass on item 23 at this time. It's going to come back here in the very near future. Okay, it is 9:58 a.m. The Atascosa County Commissioners Court regular session will recess and now go into order to convene an executive session according to the Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with attorney 551.072, deliberation regarding real property 551.074, discussion of personnel matters. A, will discuss purchase or sale of real property and legal matters related to that real property. B, will be discussing and updating on pending litigation matters. And C, consider personnel matters regarding animal control. It is 9:59 at this time.